My name is jcnida. I'm the owner of Pilothouse Interiors. I'd like to show you today how to put your headliner kits in. One of them has insulation applied to the top. The other, I haven't put the insulation on, although I will before I ship it to him. I just wanted you to see the construction. Once it comes out of the steaming jig, the panel board is then taped with fiberglass mesh, and we apply several coats of a two-part epoxy resin so it will hold its shape. The side wing panel is stitched to the main roof panel. You can see the stitch right on the inside there. So you don't have to do anything except put it on. Now, I'm going to put the insulated one in for you first. I highly recommend the insulation kit. It deflects the heat, which is the biggest issue. Sun beats on the roof of those old trucks and they get hot. It's a waterproof insulation. It's got foil on both sides, and it's got a waterproof bubble-filled plastic layer between the two layers of fiberglass. You could throw it in the river and it won't absorb water. It's taped along the side with aluminum tape, and I've held it back here so it doesn't push your wing panel out away from the structural member. And I did the same thing in the back. I left about an inch of the insulation back so that it sets flat against your truck's member. This little piece of metal, which I'll also add to that, there's one on each side. There's an 1.5 inch piece in the back, and then there's this 1/2 inch piece that is shaped to the exact radius, and then it's riveted together. It just helps give rigidity and maintain the structural integrity and hold that curve for you. Again, I'll put another one on this one when I insulate it to ship. I just wanted you to be able to see the construction. So we'll put the insulated roof panel in first. This one's going to go on the driver's side, so I'm just going to slide it in, lay it in position. There are holes, as you can see, up above your windows. This being a pilot house has the curved quarter round glass. The straight B models do not, and then there's going to be one more hole over here and one more hole over there, and it'll wrap around. Anyway, because of the thickness of these panels versus what you got in the day from Dodge, it was a very thin, flimsy material. The Avoco clips tend not to hold the two panels in place. Here are your Avoco clips. I'll send you some of these. They're steel. They come brown just like Dodge used in the day. They can be used in your lower holes. They can be used on the 4 holes above the door. But back here, they don't do such a good job holding your panels. So you'll receive a fastener set from me. It'll involve a machine screw, or sort of like a wood screw actually. It's oval head, Phillips stainless steel. It'll sit inside of a flanged finish washer. I know it's hard to see the little flange, but it's not just a cheap finish washer that you buy at the hardware. That's an Avoco washer with a flange. I'd like you to place a flat washer inside so that as this sits against your panel, it gives you a little more protection from that flange cutting into your panel. All right, you start off, there's a crease down the center of your roof, and then here's your center fastener. Well, this signifies the center line of the cab. So I want you to start off by getting the corner of this just to the side that panel represents. In other words, this is the driver's. I want you to have it just to the left of that center line on the driver's side, maybe 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch at the very most. So I'm going to start off. It's important that you hold the panel below the window in the back, like this, at an angle. so it's below my back window. I'm going to put the front corner in about 1/8 of an inch to the left of the center line. And I can just push this up and let it rest on this rubber. I can put a screw in to hold it in place. There's my blue anchor. Just thread that in there. Put one more in just because you're going to have some other rear panels, and so you're going to have to remove these. So there's no sense in putting everything in and driving them home as though they were going to be there forever. There's another anchor. Just thread it in place, just enough to hold it. There we go. You can use your Avico clips. I'm going to use a temporary clip for now on some of these holes. You could put your Avico clips in. I'll put some in for you. Okay, I want to find the hole. There it is. So I'll pop a clip in. Just like that. I'll pop one more in. There it is. That's two. That's enough because I'll probably, well, I've got to remove this for shipping purposes, but just in case you need to do any adjusting, you don't have to take it all apart and do a lot of unnecessary work. Okay. Now I'm going to put the second panel in. Same process. Drop it down below your window, just to the panel side of your center line, and then push the back up. There you have it. I'm going to put a fastener in, find the hole, the anchor. I see one right there. There it is. Got a fastener set. Once your two panels are temporarily held in place, you don't have to put all the fasteners, just enough to hold her up there till you get this strap in place. There's a metal 1.5 inch wide aluminum bar that's stitched right into it. And I've taken one of the shoulders off of the bottom so that you can kind of slide it over when you go to install it instead of trying to fight the screw through a hole. There's a black line on the back of this bar which should be even with the panel board, not the material, but the panel board. If I just tap it on something like this, you can get that black line to come out farther if you needed to. All right. I'm going to put in a screw in the center here, and I'm not going to put any washers on it because we're going to have to be taking things off and on. Now, I take my front tongue and I want to slide it in there. I want to center it, right? I can tell where this thing V's together. There's the center. So I'm going to push it in there as far as it'll go. And then I'm going to push this up. And with that shoulder missing, you should, with a little luck, whoops, there we go, be able to slide it onto the screw. And then I've sent you a special heavy screw and washer, a little heavier than the one you used for your rear window panels, to go up into here. And we'll put it in just so that you can hold it temporarily. Thread it into your fastener. You may need to line that up with something like an ice pick. Looks like I found it. Remember the center screw I didn't put a finish washer on because I just want it to hold this strap in place. I see a gap here and I'm not real worried about it. You can push it up when you put your buckle on, tighten it down. It should stay in place, but if you had to, you could drill a hole through this little side shoulder and put a small sheet metal screw through there. In fact, maybe I'll run down to the store and start drilling a hole in there and buy some sheet metal screws and include a pilot drill bit with it for you. I just happened to think of that. But usually the buckle strap you put on at the end, metal buckle strap, it's a little buckle right there sticking out, will hold it in place. Well, anyway, let's get this. The next thing I want to do, I'm going to take these two fasteners out, and I'm going to put one of these rear window panels in. That's why I didn't want you to get too carried away with fasteners. Okay, I've got some liquid dishwashing soap, and I'm going to put a little Vaseline next to it. Now, mix some up, and I'm going to go around the back of this rubber, and I'm going to lubricate half of it. I'm only going to put this side in first. It doesn't stay slippery for very long, so you want to wait till you're ready to put this in. For some reason, it kind of dries up and it's not slippery anymore. One last time. And you can get some on the front too, it won't hurt it. Help you get that in there. Okay, I'll put some over here on this side. And a little on top, we're ready to go. There we go. That should do it. Here we go. I'm going to take my panel, and I'm going to first get it behind the rubber on top. You can use your finger. It should work. Now I'm going to also get it behind the stuff on the bottom like that. There we go. I've got it behind the left side. I'm going to come over here, get it on top, pull this rubber back, push the panel down, and work the rubber around like that. Push this in. There you go. Now, be careful. You don't want to get carried away bending these panels, just enough to get that to line up. I'm going to find the holes. There we go. There it is. And I can put my fastener set back inside of there. We'll put one more in. I'm going to grab a trouble light so I can find that anchor rubber. Okay, I'm going to pop some Avoco clips in these lower holes. They're easy enough to find with an awl or an ice pick. On. Goes here. There. And then one in the center here. Like that. Now, you'll be able to finish this up. It's just a matter of finding your hole with an ice pick or an awl. You'll find your hole in there. I usually look with a flashlight or a trouble light from the side so I can see where that hole is. And there it is right there. I'll just push the awl in there for now. Any kind of, this is a pegboard hole. Fastener, a 1/4-inch hole pegboard. You can use that. You can use a small screwdriver, whatever you happen to have for temporary clips. Throw another Avoco clip in there for I'll stick that temporary on there. There's a medium strap, medium length, that goes right here. And then there's the small buckle that we looked at earlier that we're going to put up here to finish this off. There's an extra little piece of material on one end of this and some Velcro on the other end that will stick to the mating Velcro right there, because there's nothing down there. There are no fastening members that you can just stick a clip in. Remember, Dodge didn't put bucket seats in these, so you guys that are putting bucket seats in them, you're going to see some stuff that you probably they didn't see and you might see. You wish you didn't, but that's how it is. Now I'm going to slide this, find the hole. There it is. I've put that little extra piece underneath that window trim. I can pop my Avoco clip in. Find it. There it is. Let's see if I can get it under this way. There we go. Straighten it out, stick it to the Velcro. There you go. That's how that'll look. And then your seat comes up to about here and hides anything that you would see down there. Let's finish this off by putting our last piece, our buckle strap, here. I'm going to remove this screw now that I've got all the other screws. I'm going to send you 1-inch screws for all the holes that you've watched us do. But I'm also going to send you a 1 1/4 inch long number 10. These are number 10 by 1 inch, just in case you need a little extra length where this buckle strap goes. There we go. Now I think I'll have it. There we go. Now we need to tuck the bottom. We'll go under the rubber like this. And the top, I'm going to tuck behind. I had a little tool here. Let me grab it. I've got a little spatula here, a little plastic pancake flipper. I just cut it off, put some grooves in there. I would caution you about using a steel scraper, but anything at all that you can get in here and tuck this extra piece of material down with. There we go. So that it goes over the top. This. Tighten it up. There you are. That's what she's going to look like. You can finish it off with your Avoco clips over here and up above your door. And that should do it. So now you've seen one of these put in live and in person. They're not always as easy as they look. Sometimes you're going to need a ice pick or a awl. You're going to have to line those holes up, play around a little bit. It took us probably 2 hours to put this piece in. A little bit of patience, and I know you guys have a lot of skill. You'll be able to get this in at home, and it'll look just like this. Thank you very much.